Poor girls.
Talking about Fabies.
Oh my gosh, those Fabies.
So gross.
So dirty.
The other day I was at the Walmart again, and there was this baby stealing a pack of gum.
Oh my god.
He sucked it down with the plastic and everything.
That's
I was like,
disgusting.
that's so gross.
That's so repulsive.
And like, its mom, like, didn't even pay attention. It was like, whatever. And I couldn't even understand how it saw the pack of gum because its fat flags were in the way of its eyes. I guess it could just sense food, or it didn't even know what it was. It was just like, pop it in its mouth.
Something, or
And
just
like,
touch something and just eat.
Yeah.
That's why they eat everything, because they can't tell what it is. They're just like, I'm going to inhale this right now.
Because it's always hungry.
Babies don't like ice. So
I
they
know.
back out really
Like that time we tried to feed Lenny's baby.
I remember that.
Ice.
And we were in the
Oh my
park on the bench and we're like, hey baby, eat this ice. And we would throw it at it and then pick it up and eat it and then shoot it back out like a Pez container. And
Oh
just
my
like,
God.
and then hit that old man.
Oh my
Do you
gosh.
remember?
And he was like,
"That's
Daddy."
really your baby.
Yes.
And then the baby was like, it's my dad. And we're like,
No.
no, that's not your dad.
That's not your dad. Your dad has the worst hairline.
And he's really not
Yeah.
that old. He looks that old, but he wasn't that.
It was so funny.
He was so fun.
Especially when the old guy was like really disgusted by the baby.
Yeah.
He was like, get that baby out of here.
But it's good to know that it's not just us. There's
I
like
know.
Fabies. But then again, there is that entire audience at Oprah who didn't like the Fabies. So I think there are just people in this world that are just like,
Hiding their disgust of baby.
yeah, they're so gross and disgusted.
Do you remember you were telling me that story? You started telling me it about that time you were at McDonald's and that woman was like having that baby and she tried to kiss it. What happened?
Oh my god. And she tried to kiss it.
Yeah.
It was so weird. Well, do you want me to start at the beginning?
Yeah.
For these two, because
Yeah.
they totally haven't heard it.
I
This
know.
one lady was at McDonald's, and there was Lady Gaga playing on the radio. But it was really quiet, and the baby didn't hear it yet because of all those fat flaps around its face.
And
And this
ears.
lady was like, yeah, that's you. And the lady was like, hey, I'm gonna put my baby in the water fountain. And she put the baby in the water fountain, and the baby was just playing with it. And I don't know how the water fountain lasted so long because that baby was huge. And then the baby heard the Lady Gaga songs. And I was like, you need to get your baby out of that water fountain before it starts dancing and it breaks that fountain. And the old lady was like, I love my baby. And I was just like,
Yeah, she
you
loves her
can't love
baby.
your baby. And she's like,
Why
and my
would
baby
you
loves
love
me.
your
I know, really? But I guess she believed Oprah or something. It was like,
Wow.
babies deserve to be loved. They have feelings too. And I was like, no, they don't. Babies don't have feelings. I promise you. This baby
Yeah.
is bad.
And the only reason why they stay around you is for the food.
Exactly.
Don't
And she
get
was
it.
like,
Yeah,
my
confused.
baby loves me. And then the Lady Gaga song got louder and the baby tried to dance and it flipped out of the water fountain. I almost peed. It was so funny. I was like, oh my god, that's the most movement I've ever seen a baby do. It flipped out of that fountain. And it was on the ground and it was stuck. And I couldn't get out of the hallway. And the lady was like, oh my poor baby. And they tried to give it a kiss. And she went over and the baby was started chomping at the air. And I was like, no. And so I grabbed her and she was like, what are you doing? I was trying to kiss my baby. I was like, you're gonna kiss your baby, don't kiss its face because it's gonna eat you. And she was just like, I love my baby. It's trying to kiss me back. I was like, your lips. And then she was like, oh. And then she yelled at the McDonald's workers and she was like, hey McDonald's workers, you need to help me get my baby up. And they laughed at her and they were like, listen lady, your baby is your responsibility. If it gets stuck in our hallway, that's not our fault. Your baby's just too big for this place. And so she had to call a crane and they put a hole in McDonald's roof just to get that baby out.
Oh
And she
my
actually
gosh.
had to pay for everything because McDonald's was like suing her because
Oh my gosh.
this baby was just causing destruction. Eating all their chicken is one thing,
Yeah.
but destroying everything is
Yeah.
another. And McDonald's wouldn't have it.
Yeah.
It was
They
so
shouldn't
weird.
stand for that.
They
Like,
should.
babies shouldn't even be allowed in McDonald's or any place.
They shouldn't be allowed, period.
I mean, they already go around people's neighborhoods, like, stealing their food anyway.
oh my god,
I don't even know how they get that far. They're so fat.
it's so weird. They just pop out of nowhere.
I know. It's like they know how to teleport or something.
They do. It's so true.
It's probably those science experiments over with
Oh my
funding.
gosh, yeah, it probably
Oh
is.
my gosh. They made like mutant Fabies,
Oh
which
my
is
gosh.
impossible because Fabies are already mutants.
Yeah, but they're like doubly mutant.
Oh my gosh.
Could you imagine if there was like a flying Fabie?
Oh my god.
That would take over the world if they had actual superpowers.
We would die
We would.
so fast.
We would.
We wouldn't even have time to know what's happening because the Fairy would just suck us up.
It would.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be so bad.
It would be.
Oh my gosh. That was us.
Talking about fairies.
They're so gross.
They're so filthy.
And dirty.
Ew.
Oh my gosh.
Fairies.
Fairies.